Hi everyone, it's Karen Puckett, your music director here at Central United Methodist Church. I thought I would take you on a little tour of the organ. A lot of people know I'm back here, but it's hard to tell exactly what I'm doing. And if you've never played organ or never seen an organ, it might be interesting for you. The first thing you might have noticed is every week I change my shoes. There's my regular shoe. All shoes, if you've noticed at the store, have a rubber sole on them. This is for safety's sake. Unfortunately, that doesn't work for organ shoes. For organ playing, you need to have a smooth leather sole so that your feet can slide along the pedals. So I had to buy these special organ shoes. They also have a Mary Jane strap so that they don't fall off my feet. And you'll notice that it's got that 1970s wide heel with a specific height, so it fits the best for playing organ. I had to order these shoes all the way from California, so you know they're special. So let's get started on our tour. The first thing you need to know is, how does this organ turn on? There's a knob right here. We pull that out, and it starts the air flowing through the pipes. In a moment, I'll take you on a tour of the pipes. That will be very interesting. This particular organ is a Reuter organ. Pan over here, Miss Missy. Made right here in Lawrence, Kansas. Most of you familiar with the Reuter Organ Company. Nowadays it's out there on the east side of Lawrence, but at one time it was downtown, which was where I imagine this organ was built. I was told it was installed in 1949. Now, organs are very different from pianos for a couple of reasons. Number one, of course, you can see that there are two keyboards that I have to manipulate, plus the keyboard all the way down at the pedals. Missy, can you get a shot of my pedals down there? There they are. There's my little feet on the pedals. All right, so to make the sounds on the organ, we use these buttons up here, which are called, believe it or not, stops, even though they make the organ go. I know, it doesn't make much sense. And they have different sounds. For example, if I want a flute sound, I'll push this stop down. That sounds kind of like a flute. If I want something that's more of a string sound, I use this one. And the typical organ sound is this one right here, which is called a diapason. And this sounds like an organ, which you typically think of. And what I do is I mix the different sounds together to get different settings. Now, if you're wondering what these numbers mean, those are the different sizes of the pipes. So I can play the same exact key, put it down here, same key, different sound, same key, different sound, same key, different sound. So one key can control 4 different sounds, which is very handy when you only have 10 fingers and you don't have all that time. Now, if I want to play a lot of sounds at the same time, I use these buttons down here. These are called presets, and I set those up before church every Sunday. That way, if I need to change the sound, I just push a preset button and it gives me a typical sound. And if in the middle of a piece I need to change, I push a different preset. Or this one, or this one. That way I don't have to stop and go like this in the middle of a piece, which would take way too much time. These buttons up here control this keyboard. This is called the swell keyboard. These buttons control the great keyboard, and the great keyboard has a few extras in it, like a flugelhorn, and a clarion, which is a very loud sound, almost like a trumpet sound. And then these buttons control the pedal board. Again, the numbers mean different sounds. So if I push the C pedal, I can get that sound, or I can get that sound, or I can get that sound, or any combination thereof. So I play my pedal keyboard with my feet just as if I would with my hands all together. And then there are 2 extra pedals all the way down here. I don't know if Missy, can you get a shot of those? These are crescendo pedals, and they open up the boxes that control the volume of the organ. So if I push this one, the shutters open up over across the way. And Missy, if you want to get a shot of the shutters, there they are open. Here they are closed. I'll open them again so you can see them open. And of course, you've probably figured out that it makes the sound louder when I open the shutters. So here they are closed. And here they are open. Quite a bit louder. The other pedal down here opens all the pipes, so you might have a sound to start with. And as I push this pedal, you'll see there's a red light that comes on right over here. That tells me as I push the pedal down, I'm opening every single pipe on the organ. It's the loudest sound you can make. That's everything we've got. And it's hard to tell in the video, but it's a very, very loud sound. I rarely use the crescendo pedal here at Central because our sanctuary is quite small. But if I was in a large concert hall, I'd probably use it quite a bit. As far as the music goes, it takes 3 lines to read the music. Each line corresponds to one hand and my feet. So I read this line with my right hand, I read this line with my left hand, and I read this line with my pedals. So I'm literally reading 3 lines at a time. So let's hear what this one sounds like. We'll open her up a little bit, Missy. How about that? Here we go. So, as you can see, it takes a little practice to figure out what each hand is doing and changing all the different sounds. If I wanted this piece to sound more contemplative, I'd use this setting maybe, and a little slower. And there's really no trick to playing it, it just takes practice. All right, let's take a little tour of where all the sounds come from. We'll take a little trip over to the pipe room. So here we are up in the pipe loft. If you've never been up here before, it's a tight fit. Missy and I can barely fit, but I thought you'd like to see what the pipes actually look like. The small ones you're seeing right here are the tiny, tiny sounds that you hear, the little teeny tiny 2-foot stops that we play. The smallest one is about the size of a pencil, and then as you pan up, as the pipes get bigger, of course the sound gets lower. There are all the metal pipes, and between them are some of the wooden pipes. But the biggest pipes in the whole organ are right behind Missy, and I'll let her show you those. So these are the biggest pipes of all right here. They're made of wood, and the biggest one is about, I'd say, 10 feet long. Remember those beautiful chimes I played for you? Here they are. They're not really very aesthetic just looking at them, but they do make a lovely sound. And underneath all the pipes is the air compressor, which blows the air through the pipes, which makes the sound. Well, I hope you've enjoyed your tour. The organ is interesting, and anytime you'd like to have a personal tour, just give me a call or shoot me an email. We'll come on up here and I'll show you all the interesting things that maybe you didn't get to see so well that time. Missy will tell you that that organ loft is pretty tight with those pipes in there. I want to thank Missy today. She's done a great job, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'll play you out with a tune.